Welcome back to BaldHeaded Metal, guys, and welcome back to another reaction. This time around, I'll be doing the reaction to Tableau Mort with their song Idolatry. It's a band coming out of United Kingdom doing kind of black metal, extreme metal. I actually came up with the idea to do reaction for this from the founding member, George, reaching out to me saying, hey, you want to check out something a little different? I feel like you enjoyed it based on the things I've seen on your channel, kind of enjoys the way I do the reactions. So I thought it'd be a nice way to just check out something different that I've never heard about. With that being said, let's get right into it and let's see what it's all about. So far, it's a great beginning. I like melodic black metal. There's some interesting melodies going on in there. It has kind of a nice uh, mix between heaviness and this black metal, dark, looming feel with quite, I would say, pretty melodies in the background. So far, it's pretty good. I'm kind of intrigued. Right now, my interest is peaked. I want to see more. I want to see what it's all about. It's only 1 minute into the song. Let's see how it develops and kind of the places it goes to. I really like that guitar melody that's in the background. I think it's really nice the way it's kind of building this kind of mood around the song. That's nice. That melody here that felt almost like Egyptian. Like I can see the imagery of like almost like Nile of Egyptian culture and sound. I wonder if some of the members of this band are maybe multi-ethnical or something like that, or they just kind of decide to pull on these strings and these roots for their imagery for their music, sort of like Carl Sanders did with Nile. But so far, it's pretty good. Now I think this song is definitely interesting. There's something there. But I think this is true of most extreme and black metal is that it's sometimes not always automatically accessible. And for me right now, as I've heard the song, for example, I feel like I need to listen. I am really tired of these motorcyclists outside my window going super loud, but that's besides the point. Again, going back to the album, uh, it's it's one of those things I feel like I need to listen to a full album from the beginning to the end to really get a hook into me. Where I liked the song, and I've heard predominantly most of it. Uh, I wanted to get hooked on it, but I wasn't. I enjoy what I'm hearing and how it's progressing. I would like a little bit more just progression in the music itself. There's some certain riffs and it changes, but what I'm trying to say is I'm like kind of all over the place. Is There's technicality, there's progression, but it's not leading you. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not leading you into some kind of direction for your mind to logically follow. And perhaps that's the strategy for this band is to introduce all these elements to kind of shake you a little bit. Like, what the fuck is going on? Where perhaps if that's the case, I definitely would need multiple listens to really get into this. But let's keep listening. I want to see kind of the full thing end before I really give my full commentary. Yeah, you know what it is? It's good. This song is good, and it's definitely something there. There's thinking behind the idea and the structure of it all. Actually, I even changed some of the things I said in the beginning. Uh, it's not catchy. It's not something that sinks its hooks into it right away. But you start understanding that all the elements at play potentially could be something very special. And for me, as much as I like black metal, it could be sometimes difficult to sit down and really dive deep into it. I have to be in the right mood. I feel like I do have to listen to the full album from this band to really get into the feeling of what they're trying to create here, because this is of a less mainstream sound. This is kind of what black metal was when it kind of began. It's just slightly more refined with more intricate soloing and guitar playing. The only thing that really was a little bit something I could gripe with is some of the production. I feel like the drums were very well heard. The guitars, until it came to a specific melody or solo, blended very much into the overall melody, and the bass was very hard to hear. I felt like maybe perhaps the guitar should get as much of a impact as the drums are getting, because there's some really nice melodies going on in here. And in terms of the progression of the song, it does progress and try to take you on this journey. But sometimes to me, it felt like a little bit focus was the hard part for me. It was hard for me to focus on what I should be paying attention to and how it's transitioning. And again, it could be something that's very intentional. Like Emperor did a lot of really crazy things in their music to purposely kind of, shock you a little bit into their music. And I feel like there's very similar things going on here. I feel like Primordial a lot in this band. I've thought about like Dark Fortress, Dark Funeral a lot when listening to this. And it's if it's their first album, holy crap, you guys are killing it because this is good effort and good stuff for a first album. And I feel like the full thing after I listen to it, it perhaps will give me even more of a positive feeling, so to say. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to the album on my own and see what it's all about. But I can't say that I was, for example, that there's sometimes when you listen to music like AC/DC, you're immediately like, I am listening to something special. Other times you're like, there's something there, but I'm not there yet. And as you listen to more of their music, or you re-listen to like multiple times, you come back to it, it's like, oh shit, this is really good. And this happened to me actually with Melakesh, which is my favorite, one of my favorite black metal bands, along with Immortal, where it took me multiple listens, and then I sat down and I'm like, how did I like this on the first try? And I feel like this band is gonna fall into that camp for me until I check out more. But overall, you can see the talent, you can see the skill, you can see the thought behind the music. It'll be interesting to pick George's brain a little bit on how they design their music and what intention they write their music. Perhaps if you guys want that, we'll do that kind of interview on this channel as well. And guys, also make sure to enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe out there, and most of all, keep it metal.